Hey guys, what is going on? So I wanted to talk about eating excess calories and how you can use it to your advantage prior to a cut or towards the tail end of your bulk. So this is something that I am planning on doing, or I actually have started to implement over the last few days, and that's eating a very large surplus. So I don't really track my calories, but I try and aim, and I have been aiming over the last few months to kind of have a lean bulk, to slowly build muscle over time, over months. And honestly, it hasn't been going that well in terms of gaining weight. Now, am I gaining muscle in my upper body? Probably. I mean, I haven't been taking a ton of scans to have a bunch of data. But I do think I am gaining muscle in my upper body. My lower body, I haven't really been working, so I'm guessing those leg muscles are withering away a bit, which I'm okay with for the time being. And I think it's going kind of well, but overall, the amount of calories that I'm eating is just not enough. It's such a slow process, and I kind of am getting ready to cut probably in around March. So I'm just kind of trying to plan ahead. And so for the next 2 months, my goal is to just kind of eat a lot. And for this first month, I'm going to be kind of upping the volume a little bit more and taking advantage of the surplus of calories that I'm planning on consuming. So for example, and again, I don't count calories, but let's say I was in a 500 calorie surplus over 2 months or about 8 weeks, that would yield me about 8 pounds, whether that's muscle, fat, whatever, roughly. Now these are very rough numbers, but if I were to eat that surplus, you could expect around that much body weight gain. Now, at around 220 pounds, which is the last time that I weighed in, that would be 228. So last time I did a cut, I was 242. So for me, I know I'm a lot more comfortable, a lot more willing to get to that level, considering I had a very successful cut. And I'm guessing I will have put on a little bit more mass since then. So for me to not even get close to 242 just seems like a disservice. And I'm fully willing to put on the weight, whether it be fat, muscle, or whatever else, because I'm willing to shed that off. And I think I'm capable of shedding that off. So I'm upping my calories to, I mean, a rough estimate, I don't really track my calories again, but maybe 1,000 calorie surplus or possibly even more for the next couple months. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And for the first month, it's just going to be allowing that excess energy to drive my workouts and be able to accumulate fatigue and get more intense workouts in. So for example, the most recent time that I tried to bench 225 as many times as possible, I got 20 reps. Now, I'm not saying that these are perfect reps. I'm not saying that I'm locking them out and doing everything perfect, but that was just what I did last time I tried. Today I tried and I hit 225 for 24 reps. So that's a 4 rep increase over a pretty short period of time. And I think that's purely just because the amount of calories that I've been eating recently, giving me more energy. So this more energy, this increase in energy is allowing me to do more volume. I actually did that and then did a bunch of volume with higher weights with my feet up in the air, and I was impressed by my strength on those as well. And I think I'm just going to hammer home, do a lot of volume with this increase in calories, and then trying to sleep obviously as well. And then the month after that, so maybe February, maybe going into March, I'm gonna drop the volume a bit, but continue to get that that caloric surplus at a high level, and then just focus more on recovery. And I'm guessing at this point, or by the end of the month, I will be in an overreach state, so I could benefit from some extra recovery. But I'm going to use that extra sleep, extra calories and whatnot to my advantage to be able to recover more, so I will be able to have a cut that is more successful. So last cut obviously was great. I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did that time, and that's really my plan. And I think that's something where maybe if it's around the holidays, maybe if you're got a New Year's resolution and you're eating a lot and you can't get out of the habit, take advantage of this time to really kind of try and build a little bit of muscle, so that when it's springtime and you can be a little bit more active, then you will have accumulated that muscle and you can take advantage of the excess calories and maybe even try and push those calories to a higher excess so that you can have better workouts. So as opposed to focusing so much on your diet right now, just focus on having really good workouts. And I think that's a great way to do things in the winter if you live in an area where the winter is very detrimental to, your physical activity. But if you're on a roll, if you're on a cut and you're doing great, obviously do what you got to do. But I think that's something that a lot of people can benefit from. And it's something that really brought my numbers up a lot the last time I was bulking. And I really just want to take advantage of that again before my next cut, so I can really get my overall muscle mass as well as my strength up to the highest degree that it's ever been, and just kind of be in the best shape of my life and just continue that process over and over. So that's what I got to say about that. I will keep you updated on my fitness endeavors, and until then, I will talk to you soon.